be attentive, and if you have any query, you can ask me. Yeah. So I think the screen is visible. So Arduino is an is an interface between the computer hardware and software, so that we can give an instruction between to the IoT devices. So earlier we have told that IoT has three parts. One is your sensor part, one is your actuator part, and another is your intermediator. So who will take the inputs from the sensors and put all those decisions to the actuator, and based on this the actuator will start working. Okay, now Arduino is the such kind of an interface where it will take the inputs from the sensors and process that input based on the program that has been written within the sensors, and based on this it will and after processing it will send the output. Now that output can be sent to the actuator or to your server. Clear? Now there are several Arduino boards are available. The first Arduino board has been invented in Italy. That is the Arduino main board, and which is the Arduino Uno. Even whatever boards and several other boards are also available right now in India. So that are just a copy based on the requirements, like Arduino Mega, Arduino Lilipad, Arduino Nano. Even in India, the Arduino Uno fabricated boards are also available. Original Arduino board is much costlier than whatever we are getting in 500 rupees. Original Arduino board is around 2000 rupees. So sometimes that is why you may find out that that the connectivity issues are coming in the Indian fabricated Arduino boards. Now what are the difference between those different types of boards? You may see that in the Arduino boards, if you see the connectivity diagram or the different components of the Arduino boards. Just a minute. Okay. So if you see the different components of the Arduino boards, you can see here two main processors are there. These are the two main processors. One is Arduino Atmega 328 microcontroller. Another is Arduino Atmega 16U2 USB microcontroller. So this difference between these two microcontrollers, Arduino is basically a microcontroller, and in case of Arduino Uno board, we have two microcontrollers are available, and the functionality of these two microcontrollers are different. Atmega 328 microcontroller, it is basically having the capability of taking the program, loading the program within the microcontroller, process that program in the microcontroller, and after that send it to the different input output pins. So it can load the program, Now from where it will load the program? So it will load the program from your computer. In your computer, there is an interface is there, which is called the sketch. That interface is called a sketch, where you will write the program. You will write your program in C only. You can write your program in C only. Even in C++ also you can write your program. Even in C++ also you can write your program. You will write your program in C only, and after that, whenever you will upload the program, immediately that program will be uploaded in the Atmega 328 microcontroller, and it's an 8-bit microcontroller. It's an 8-bit microcontroller. So you have gone through another 8-bit microprocessor, that is 8085, and another is 8086 during your microprocessor classes. Yes or no? Have you gone through the microprocessor classes 8085 and 8086, students? Careful. So you had the microprocessor classes now? Please give me some response. Devashi? Kaushik? Hello, Kaushik? Hello, Kaushik, can you hear me? Yeah, so can you give the response? So you have the microprocessor classes where you have gone through the 8085 and 8086. Okay, so this one is a microprocessor, but here this one is a microcontroller. What does it mean? What is the difference between the microprocessor and the microcontroller? Can anybody tell me? Abhilasha, can you tell me what is the difference between the microprocessor and microcontroller? If you cannot tell, no issue, but at least you should respond.
Sir, the microcontroller is an electronic chip which consists of CPU and memory.
Okay.
Whereas the microprocessor, it does certain operations such as like reading the binary information, then accepting the input and giving the output.
Very good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, basically we are using the microcontroller. Now the microcontroller will do a specific task, whereas the microprocessor will take the all kinds of binary that as Avilasha has said, that all kinds of binary processing it can do. Okay, so Arduino Atmega 328 microcontroller is also one 8-bit microcontroller. Now what is 8-bit microcontroller? Avilasha, can you explain? What is 8-bit, what is 16-bit, what is 32-bit? Right now, your processor, your computer laptop, it's a 32-bit machine or a 64-bit machine. What does it mean? Can anybody give me a guess?
Sir, 8-bit wide data length, sir. The data length is of 8-bit.
Exactly. Means that the processor can take your data in an 8-bit only. Even in the input manner, in the output also, it will give you the only 8-bit. Now, right now, whatever Intel processor you are using in your laptop, these are 64-bit. Means that all whatever data they will send or whatever data they will receive, that is a 64-bit way. So if the number of bits increases within your processor, then your processor will get faster enough. Okay. Now, similar manner, Arduino Atmega 320. I am very happy. Please, my request is, अगर आता है या नहीं आता है तो अच्छा है, नहीं आता है भी और भी अच्छा है. But my request is, please respond. Sir, मुझे आता नहीं है, फिर से बताइए. Okay. Can you do that, student?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay. Thank you. So, Atmega 328 microcontroller is basically load the program from your system. Now I am showing you one example of sketch. So through which you can write your program and you can send your program. Can you see my screen, student? Yeah. So can you see the sketch? Yeah. So this is a demo example of a sketch where you will write your program, and after that there is an option to upload your sketch. So you can see that you can first verify and compile the program. So I am verifying and compiling the program, and at the bottom you can see that there is an option is coming that compiling the sketch. And if there is any compilation error comes, then immediately it will be displayed within your sketch. So you can see that, just a minute, a call has come. Hello. Who is speaking? I am in a class, so I will call you after 1 hour. Okay. Or you can call me after 1 hour. Huh? Okay, so you can see over here that the sketch uses this bytes of program storage space. Maximum is this one, global variable is this, dynamic memory leaving this one, local variable maximum size is 2048 bytes. Means that your program has been done compiling without any error. Now if the program compilation is okay, that case you can upload your program, but at the time of uploading my program I will get some error. Why? Because I have not connected any Arduino board with that one. That is why it is writing that serial port not selected, because it this sketch has not connected with any Arduino board. Now the question is, if the Arduino board is not there, then how can we go through this? ये तो first theoretical class ही बन जाएगा, but we are not going to get any output out of it, because most of the student does not have Arduino board in their home. Some of them has, like Girija has done some projects in Arduino. Then Pranav also has some done projects in Arduino. Then Kaushik, Himjyoti, few students have done some projects, and they have done very good projects in Arduino. Now the question is, if you don't have the Arduino board, no issue. You can do it in a simulation mode. Just you go through a site that is called Auto. I forgot the site name. Autodesk का है, that is Auto. क्या नाम है इसका? Just a minute. The site name is Tinkercad. Sorry, Tinkercad. The site name is Tinkercad. So Tinkercad is a site of Autodesk only. So through Tinkercad, you can simulate your Arduino boards also. So, and it is free of cost. So you have to create one ID and password. So you can do some 3D designs also, and if you don't want to go for the 3D design, you can create your own board. So here you can see that I have created one simple Arduino project, And you can select the Arduino board. I'll show you in a demo that how to select the board and how to connect the different LEDs and how to connect those LEDs and with the different resistor and what are the connecting point. So all those things you can have it within the Tinker board. Okay, so here you can even run your program itself also. So if I click on the Tinker this, then I will be in a position to edit my program as well as the board itself also. If you don't want to write any program, that is also okay for you. Means that there is an just I am showing you here. You can see that there are different blocks are available. If you can connect those blocks immediately, the respective codes will also be generated. Okay. Now, and if you want to see the code, then go to the code option, text. So you can see the text itself also. That means this is the program, a small program. It is written that how to blink the LED. So it is written the digital write 13 high, means that for 13 seconds it will the port number 13. Port number 13 is my output port. Here the LED will be blinked as high, and after that I will give a 1000 milliseconds delay. Okay, so after 1000 milliseconds delay it will be again low. Means that when high, then LED will glow, and when it is low, the LED will be down. Will be switched off. Okay. Now, if I start the simulation, so you can see that the LED is now blinking as per the instruction. I'm stopping the simulation. So my request is just download Tinkercad and start trying something after going through these classes. I'll take one or two classes to describe you about those Arduino boards, and even some of the sensors are also available within this Tinker Lab. So use those sensors and start operating your class, creating your projects. Okay. Is there any question, students, till now? Student, is there any question? Is it fine for you? Okay, fine. Okay, so I was discussing about that within the Arduino board, which is an interface between your software as well as hardware in the IoT connectivity. So it consists of two microcontroller. One is Atmega 328 microcontroller, which is basically loading the program and executing the program. As we have seen that the program that we are writing in the sketchboard, and it will get uploaded within your Atmega 328 microcontroller, and after that it will process it and send you through the output board. And here you can see that you have the digital input output pins. You have the digital input output pins, and out of these, two pins are there, which is for the serial in and serial out, and rest of the pins that is from pin number 1 to pin number 13. So this will take the digital input and it will take the digital output also. And this pin is ground pin, so whenever you will connect it through the breadboard itself, sometimes for the complex circuit we need the help of the breadboard. That case, in the breadboard ground connection I have to connect it. Okay, now if you want to whatever the Arduino kind of configuration you have done, if you want to reset that configuration, what you have to do, that you have to reset the button. And there is an USB plug is there. So through this USB plug, actually you are connecting with your laptop. So in that earlier case, whenever we try to connect and start my programming, I got a message that they could not find out your USB connectivity because I have not connected through this plug only. Okay, this one is the crystal oscillator. Its job is to create a frequency, alternating current frequency through this crystal oscillator. This is the voltage regulator. Why the voltage regulator is required? Because in the power jack you have seen, actually Arduino can take the voltage from 6 to 20 volt. So please keep it in mind. So it has a very dynamic range of voltage. Means that it can the system can take up to 6 to 20. But the thing is that if the voltage goes beyond 7 volt or the voltage goes above 12 volt, the due to heating the internal circuitry may get damaged. Or if it goes beyond 7 below 7 volt, that case also your circuit can damage. The standard operating voltage is 7 volt to 12 volt. Now suppose if you give more voltage, means that whatever be the power supply you have, basically we used to give the power through our adapter only, the mobile adapter. Right now there are several mobile adapters are there who are giving more voltage than the 5 voltage. So that case your system may get damaged due to overheating. So that case you can use the voltage regulator to regulate your voltage. Means that whatever voltage you are supplying to your Arduino board, you can at least regulate it. Means that inside the board it will go less voltage than whatever voltage you are passing. Student, is this clear? Or shall I need to explain? Okay, fine. So all the pins I have discussed, okay, and the power LED indicator, okay. So this indicator actually shows that the whether Arduino board is taking the power or not. If this indicator is not blinking after giving the power, that case you can be sure enough that your board has got damaged. It is not working right now. Okay. Now another thing is that what is the function of Atmega 16U2 USB controller then? So its basic function is to make a connectivity with your USB plug. That means through your USB, whatever information you are sending, so it will come and it will process through the Arduino Atmega 16U2 USB controller. Okay, so basic function that already I have told in Arduino is that whatever program you will write, that should be a binary program obviously, that program will be compiled and executed through your Arduino Atmega 328 microcontroller, and after that it will and whatever inputs you are getting from your sensor. Suppose if the sensor is there, from that sensor you are getting the inputs through this digital input, and the program is over here, and in the program they are getting the input from the sensors and processing it, and after that it will produce the output. And where it will produce the output, it will send the output to the actuator. You can remember that we have told earlier that we have three parts in our IoT devices. One is my sensor part, another is actuator part, and in between is my microcontroller part, which will make a bridging between your sensors and actuator. Up to this much is clear, student? Student, up to this much is okay? Or any question? Okay, fine. Now the question is here I told you about the digital pins, but there are some analog pins are also available. A0 to A5 are the analog pin. Now this analog pin also can take the input, but remember the analog pin cannot produce the analog output. It will take only input only. Analog output is not possible at all. But in case of digital pins, you can get the input. You can use some of the pins as your input pin, some of the pin as your output pin. But In case of analog, you will get the input only, but there will be no output. Is this clear? Means that within your Arduino board, you can send the input in the form of a digital or in the form of a digital or in the form of an analog. But whenever after processing your task, whenever it will send you the output will be in terms of digital output only. Is this loud and clear, student? Now, I have a question to you. Can you tell me how many processors are there within the Arduino Uno board? How many processors are there? 2. Okay. So what are those? What are those processors? One is Atmega 328, another is Atmega 16U2. Atmega 16U2. Okay, so this question also comes in the exam. So this is about the Arduino IDE, which is called the Sketch, that we have discussed earlier. So this is the text editor and this is the output pan. Now another thing that I need to tell you, that what is the difference between Arduino and your Raspberry Pi? Can anybody tell me? You have seen the Raspberry Pi. Can anybody tell me what is the basic difference between Arduino and Raspberry Pi? Girija? Dhiman, are you there?
Sir, Raspberry Pi can be used as a mini computer.
Yes, very good. And Arduino? Girija, what about Arduino? Dhiman, are you there? Abhishek?
Who, sir?
Dhiman, bolo. What is the basic difference between Arduino and Raspberry Pi?
Sir, Raspberry Pi is a mini computer, or
Yeah.
Arduino is a microcontroller,
Yes,
which
that
is
is
a
a
part
basic
of the computer.
Yeah. If they are asking you for writing you 3 points, at least 3 points.
Only one code can be run on Arduino, and multiple codes can be run on.
So यहाँ पे one codes means a code. You are talking about code.
Yes.
Code or core?
Code, sir. Code.
Code.
एक
Yeah.
ही code.
No.
Program
No.
maybe.
Program.
Program. Okay. Once at a time.
Yes. और Raspberry Pi में multiple run कर सकते हैं.
Okay.
I'm not wrong.
Then my Arduino is 8-bit only. 8-bit processor. Whereas Raspberry Pi is 64-bit. Now, can you tell me, can Arduino do your Wi-Fi connectivity job? Or if I want to connect one display, can Arduino do it? क्योंकि Arduino का देखा तुमने, कोई Wi-Fi का कनेक्टिविटी कुछ भी नहीं है, पर Raspberry Pi का है इनबिल्ट Wi-Fi.
हाँ सर, लेकिन उसको सर डिजिटल पिन से सर डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं सर आर्डिनो में. डिजिटल पिन जो है सर आर्डिनो में,
हाँ डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, पर उसको क्या बोलते हैं? that is called Arduino Shield. So there
हाँ
are
सर.
various Arduino shields are available. Very good. To Dhiman and Kaushik, both of you. So these are called Arduino Shield. Basically, if you want to provide any top-up functionality on top of your Arduino, you can use Arduino Shield. Like here on the top one, this one, you can see that this is a color LCD shield. Means that if you want to create one, if you want to put one display over your Arduino, that case you can connect this shield portion by connecting through your digital pins, that as Kaushik has already told. And now this one is the synthesizer shield. Means that if you want to generate music or if you want to connect to speaker, you can use that synthesizer shield. Or if you want to connect with the Ethernet port, you can use the Ethernet shield. Even Wi-Fi shields are also available. Some of you might have seen that for the IoT projects where they will send an IoT information. Suppose in the tea garden, soil moisture sensors or temperature sensors, we cannot put Arduino over here directly, because if the data has been collected from the sensors, we cannot send it because there is no Wi-Fi connectivity over there. That case we may have to put one shield on top of it, or otherwise we have to use some other popular microcontroller which has the Wi-Fi connectivity, inbuilt Wi-Fi connectivity is also available. That is why we are using Node MCU over there. Node MCU. So Node MCU is also a kind of microcontroller which is coming up with the inbuilt Wi-Fi connectivity. Got it? So if you want to put any other extra functionality, that case you have to put the Arduino shield. So this Arduino shield can be stacked directly on top of your Arduino, and their libraries, existing libraries are also available to interface with your program. And it's an open source hardware, but most can be purchased. If you purchase it, its libraries are also available for this one. Okay. Is this okay with you, or is there any question? Up to this much is okay, student? Arduino board, Arduino shield. Any question, student?
सर नोड एमसीयू को सर हम लोग शील के हिसाब से सर मतलब वाईफाई शील जैसे लगा सकते हैं सर आर्डुइनो में.
नहीं. Arduino का शील्ड अलग रहता है. We cannot connect on top of. But one thing is that we can put. We can put. That case, what we have to do, that we have to deactivate the part of your Node MCU within the Arduino. But this will not be an effective solution.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
but in case of Arduino Shield, it is compatible with that one in such a sense that तुम लोग देखे हो ना, हम लोग जो पावर दे रहे हैं वहाँ पे Arduino के लिए चाहिए 5 volt, but we can give up to 10 volt or 12 volt. Why the extra voltages are required? That voltages will be taken by the Arduino Shield only to do their job. But in case of Node MCU, what will happen that I have to put the power for Node MCU separately and for the Arduino also separately.
Yes, sir. सर नोड एमसीयू में आई थिंक 3.3 वोल्ट का लेता है शायद.
3.3 वोल्ट का अलग पावर देना पड़ेगा तुमको.
हाँ सर.
And the best part is that you just install Tinkercad. On that you can work on the Arduino and Node MCU both and check that how it is working. आपको ये खरीदने का जरूरत भी नहीं है. Next day I will show you some of the projects, some of the code, sample code, how to run it in Tinkercad using the Arduino board. Okay. आप लोग एक बार देख लीजिएगा. ये जो पीपीटी है that I will share in your course page, course website page. You can and go through it. That will help you to run one program before the next class itself. आप लोग एक बार इसके बारे में देख लीजिएगा. Okay, so if there is no other question, in that case I am today I am ending up this session. Okay, so tomorrow you have classes, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tomorrow I will discuss more about this Arduino board. Okay.